Hello. Okay, so today we're going to look at knowledge goals. So objective, participants will be able to write knowledge goals. So some community guidelines, I think everyone knows them. So obviously we are happy that everyone is here. If you are late or have technical issues, please join the conversation as you are able. Mute yourself when you're not talking, but please remember to unmute yourself when you do want to talk. We want to be able to hear everyone. Please complete the pre-session interactive slides and post-session feedback forms. Obviously, only if your internet is working well enough. I know that there's been issues. You can also send any feedback or suggestions you have over email. If you have questions or technical issues during the session, please send a message in the chat box indicating so, or email us at info@hettgroup.com. Okay, so my name is Lisa Vance, and I am going to be offering this class or training today. My co-host is Kathleen. Kathleen, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Kathleen Griley, and I help Lisa make all the slides for these trainings.
Okay. How well can you write knowledge goals? So last week we looked at transfer goals. This week we're going to look at knowledge goals. So not at all, a little bit, somewhat, quite well, or extremely well. So on the count of 5, 1, you can either show me or type in the chat box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Normally I do count to 3. Okay, good. 2, 3. How is knowledge different from understanding? How is knowledge different from understanding? Any suggestions? Good. Knowledge is factual information. I think knowledge is gathering information. Yeah. General understanding. Okay, good. Very good. Okay. So what is knowledge in general? You guys kind of touched on it already. So knowledge is factual information. It's basic concepts, discrete units of information. So it's information stored in your brain, can be remembered or recalled. So you've kind of memorized, you memorize knowledge, you memorize factual information. And just to kind of review, what is a goal in the context of education? So we're talking about knowledge goals. So just to review, what would be a goal? What do we mean by goal? Main purpose, yeah. So yeah, so we're talking, so it's a statement that describes the skills, competencies, and qualities that a student should possess upon completion of a program or course. So it's a goal for your course or goal for your program. It's similar to a program or course learning outcome, but does not need to use measurable or observable verbs. So we're looking at backwards design, and backwards design has a very specific way that they look at goals. But in general, a goal it's similar to a learning outcome or a course outcome, but a course outcome focuses on being measurable or observable, while a goal is a little bit broader about what the students will be able to like what they possess upon completion of the course. So what they'll kind of know or understand or be able to do by the end of a course or program, but it's a bit broader and it's not always measurable or observable. And according to backwards design, you have different kinds of goals, such as transfer goals, which we looked at last class, knowledge goals, which we're looking at this time, and skills goals. So transfer goals, what will the students be able to apply in their real life? Knowledge goals, what kind of factual information will they know? And skills goals, what skills will they have from your course or program? Okay. What should a knowledge goal be about? Yeah, basic concepts. Yeah. So the essentials. So yes, basic concepts. Students will get information. Yes. So core ideas students will later use for meaning making and transfer. Factual information, formulas, basic concepts, vocabulary words. So what will the students have to kind of remember? What facts, what information will they have to remember and kind of memorize is. Why are knowledge goals important? So they scaffold learning. Yeah, so knowledge is basis or foundation to deeper understanding. Yes, definitely. So you need kind of the bottom layer of knowledge before you can build on that. So you first have to know the basics, the basic knowledge for that field. Yeah. Similar to Bloom's taxonomy, Bloom's taxonomy has the bottom layers, which includes, now I can't remember, but like memorization and understanding. So these are your kind of bottom, lower order thinking skills, but they're still important to have because you still have to have that. Yeah, remembering. Sorry, remembering. Understand, remember. There we go. Thanks for letting me know. But you still need those kind of knowledge goals as a foundation. Okay, so you will see a poll on your screen. Tell me if it's either knowledge or not knowledge to classify each goal. Let me just pull it up. Is this knowledge or not knowledge? Good. So everyone answered, so I'm just going to end it there. So yes, this is knowledge. How about this one? Common phrases in another language. Knowledge or not knowledge? I would say this is knowledge. You kind of have to still memorize them. It's your essentials. Evaluating a meal plan for a patient recovering from heart surgery. Is this knowledge? Waiting for one person to answer. There we go. Not knowledge, good. Evaluating is not knowledge. Using a taxonomic key to identify an unknown plant. Is this knowledge or not knowledge? Okay, this is actually so this is actually not knowledge because you're using it so that it would be a skill, not knowledge. The elements of a valid argument. So do you know the different elements of a valid argument? Okay. Yes, I would say this is knowledge. Using reason and rhetorical devices to develop an argument. So not knowledge, good. Using is a skill. The definitions of key vocabulary words. Is this knowledge or not knowledge? Everyone's answered. Oops. So it is knowledge. The names of political figures, is that knowledge or not knowledge? Okay, good. That's knowledge. Algebraic equations. Is that knowledge or not knowledge? If you can remember algebraic equations, can you remember math equations? Okay. Yeah, I would say this is knowledge. You memorize them, the equations. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. How should you begin writing a knowledge goal? So if you're writing a knowledge goal, how should it begin? So students will know. So last week we had, so we had the transfer goal, and now we have students will know for the knowledge goal. So what will your students know by the end of the course or by the end of the program? So in groups, you will practice writing knowledge goals. Let me just take a look. I think maybe if we do this all together, it might be easier because I know Pear Deck hasn't been working and there's not very many people here. So I'll just get you to type in the chat box. Okay. So just type your answer in the chat box, or you can say it out loud if you want. So let's pretend we have a digital marketing 101 course. Digital marketing is an essential skills for business in the 21st century. Digital marketing 101 teaches students to reach their target audience through social media and online advertising. Students will analyze trends and learn digital marketing techniques for the digital world. So what will students be able to know by the end of this course? So you can type in the chat box or let me know. Students will know marketing techniques for the digital world. Good. Students will know trends and marketing techniques for the digital world. Students will know how to advertise online using digital marketing. Okay, excellent. Okay, second one, intro to engineering. This is a lot faster when we don't do it in groups, I feel like. Intro to engineering will give students a broad overview of the different types of engineering offered at HETT. Pretend University. Through experiments and research, students will learn the foundations of engineering and choose the field of engineering they wish to continue to study. Students will know, so you can either type it or let me know. I'll just give you a couple of minutes to do that. Students will know different types and foundations of engineering. Students will know types of engineering. Students will know different types of engineering through their experiments. Students will know types of engineering through research. Excellent. Okay, course name, Poetry 2020, or 220. Poetry 220 will introduce students to English poets from the 19th century. Students will learn about poetic devices and practice explicating poems. Later, students will write their own poetry following the style of these masters. Good. So what will students know? I'll give you a couple of minutes to answer. Students will know how to write their own poems by following the style of these masters. Students know how to write English poems using poetic devices from the 19th century. Good. Yeah, you could do like students will know about 19th century styles. You can have lots of different things. Yeah, students will know poetic devices. Maybe not write. Write would be more a skill, but maybe know how to write could be maybe knowledge. Okay, excellent. So we finished that fast too. I think not putting people in groups and having less people is making it so we're finishing faster than normal. It only takes a couple of minutes when people aren't in groups compared to like 10 or 15 minutes otherwise. Okay, So can anyone think of any knowledge goals for the course that they are teaching? Maybe not now because of CDM, but before CDM, a course you are teaching, what could be a goal, a knowledge goal for that course? So I'll give you a couple minutes to think of your own, one of your courses that you taught and a knowledge goal that was part of that. It could be any course that you've taught. Students will know vocabulary and grammar rules. Good. Anyone else? What is a knowledge goal? Students know the parts of speech. Students know how to write an essay using descriptive adjectives. Anyone else? Students will know different kinds of verbs and their usages. Yeah. Okay. So again, we're finishing early, like the research writing one, just from not putting people in groups. How well can you write knowledge goals? Not at all, a little bit, somewhat, quite well, or extremely well. So you can either show me or just write a number in the chat box. 4, quite well, 4, 3. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to put the feedback form in the chat box. And I will also email out the feedback form and the link to Google Classroom. I will also email out, I'll download the PowerPoints and email them out to you because I know the internet is really slow there right now. But I'll do that later. Probably like tomorrow your time, I'll send them out. And if you can't get the internet to work, that's okay. Or if you can't get the feedback to work, that's okay. You can also send an email. If there's anything I can help with the internet, if there's any suggestions you have, just let me know, because I know the situation in Myanmar is quite bad. So it kind of makes it hard. Next week, we're going to look at skill goals. So we looked at transfer goals, we've looked at knowledge goals, and next week we're going to look at skills goals. Yeah, so yeah, and this is resources if you want any resources. So we are finished. We did finish a little bit early again. So thank you very much. It was nice to see everyone or hear from everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.